Hello students, welcome to Social Science class. Today let us continue lesson number 2, history lesson number 2, Bahmani Adil Shahs. In the previous class we learned about Bahmani Sultans and their cultural contributions. And today let us start the next topic, Shah dynasties. After Muhammad Gawan, Bahmani kingdom did not continue its rule strongly. After Muhammad Gawan, there were no strong rulers were not there in that region. The Sultan who came to power after the Muhammad III were not efficient ruler. After Muhammad III, Muhammad came to power, but he was a little boy and he could not rule the kingdom. He was a minor, so he cannot rule the kingdom properly. The last king was Sultan Kalimullah Shah. After his death, the Bahmani kingdom was broken into 5 states of Shahi. That is Adil Shahs of Vijaypur, Barid Shahs of Bidar, Kutab Shah of Golconda, Nizam Shahs of Ahmednagar, Imad Shahs of Berar. First let us learn about Adil Shah of Vijaypur or Bijapura. Yusuf Adil Shah was the founder of this dynasty. He was a good administrator and tolerant towards other religion. Tolerant towards other religion means gave importance for all the religion equal. After him, Ibrahim Adil Shah II came to power. Now let us learn about Ibrahim Adil Shah II. Ibrahim Adil Shah was the second. Adil Shah II was the great king among the other sultans, and kingdom was expanded and became rich during this period. When he ruled, that time the kingdom was rich, and he got a title like Jagat Guru Badshah, and he was a tolerant of other religion. He gave importance for other religion also, and he sheltered many Hindu philosophers. He gave importance for so many Hindu philosophers, poets and musicians in his court, and he renovated Datta temple in his fort and encouraged puja rituals. He gave importance for the puja rituals also, and he worked for the cultural harmony of Hindu Muslims, and he worked for the unity of the Hindu Muslim, and he wrote a book called Kitab-e-Navaras. This tried to make music popular among the Muslim, and the book begins with the worshipping the gods like Ganapati, Saraswati, Bhairava and others. And he wrote the book, but this book is started with the worshipping of the gods like Ganapati, Saraswati, etc. And he himself was a great musician. Ibrahim Rosa, which is famous for its architecture, was built by him. Next one is Barid Shah of Bidar. When Bahmani state was scattered into many provinces, Barid Shahs ruled Deccan, Bidar and other regions around it. And Ibrahim and his brother Qasim ruled Bidar. Ibrahim Adil Shah of Bijapur captured Bidar. Like this, Barid Shah kingdom was emerged into Ibrahim Bijapur state. And afterwards, when Ibrahim Adil Shah of Bijapur captured this region, Bidar region, this Barid Shah kingdom was joined with Ibrahim's Bijapur state. Next one is Qutub Shah of Golconda. Quli Qutub Shah. He was the founder and independent Golconda state. Another state they introduced, that is Golconda state, and Quli Qutub Shah was the founder of this independent Golconda state, and he ruled the state with good administration, and in 1543 he was killed by his own son. Next one is Ibrahim. He had compassion for Hindu religion, and there were many Hindu officers in his administration. He got some attraction towards Hindu religion, and he kept so many Hindu officers in his administration. During his rule, he made Golconda a beautiful city, and he changed his capital from Golconda to Hyderabad, and he changed the capital to Hyderabad in 1589. After him, Abdul Qutub Shah, Abdul Hassan and others came to power, but they were incompetent kings, and later Golconda surrendered to the Mughal. They were not efficient rulers, so they surrendered to the Mughal kings. Next one is Nizam Shah Ahmadnagar. In 1490, Malik Ahmad established Nizam Shah dynasty. Then who is the founder of this dynasty? Nizam Shah and Burhan Hussain Nizam Shah Murtaz were the other rulers. In 1637, Ahmadnagar was merged into Mughal state. Afterwards, in 1637, this area was joined with the Mughal state, Mughal empire. Next one is Imad Shah of Berar. After the fall of Bahmani kingdom, 5 sultan states came into existence. Imad Shah dynasty of Berar is one among them. And it was situated between Pen Ganga and Vinay Ganga river of at Vartha, Tapti to north of Bidar. Next one is contributions of Adil Shahs. And during the reign of 200 years they ruled this region. Adil Shahs of Vijaypur contributed a lot to the field of education, literature, music, fine arts and art and sculpture. Now let us see what is the contribution of education. Adil Shahs were great lovers of education and they encouraged education, and their education policy was to develop the Islamic culture. The main aim of their education was to develop the Islamic culture in that region. Maktab means mosques and madrasas means colleges, where the educational centers in that time. Philosophy, religion, law, poetry and other subjects were taught in these madrasas. Education institutions were under the king's patronage. King was controlled this educational institution. Next one is literature. The contribution of Adil Shah to the literature is very important. Literature became the rich in this period because kings were poets themselves and many books were written in Persian, Arabic, Urdu and Kannada languages. Now let us see the music. Yusuf Ali Shah and Ibrahim Adil Shah II were great musicians. Ibrahim Adil Shah's work was Kitab-i-Navaras was a great work in music, and he opened a music school. Women of royal and rich families were interested in music in that time. Next one is fine arts. Ibrahim II was a fine artist. His court had many Persian artists. Beautiful painting of flowers, plants, creeper and other nature scenes were painted on their houses. Walls of mosque and floors also decorated with this painting. These paintings helped to know the aspiration, interest and tradition of the people. Now also if you are seeing this painting, we can understand their interest and the tradition of that time's peoples. Next one is art and sculpture. In the history of art and sculpture of Karnataka, the building of Adil Shahs of Bijapur are the important one. Whatever the buildings are there in Bijapur region, it is very important. From there we are getting more information about them. They built forts, palaces, mosques and tombs. Their monuments are in Indo-Islamic style. Next one is forts. The forts of Bijapur is a big one and it has 96 bastions. Bastions means the dome which were built on the fort. In the fort and all you can see that dome shape will be there. No? That is known as bastions. And 6 main entrances are there for that fort. Next one is palaces. Gagan Mahal in 1620 CE, Ibrahim Adil Shah built it and it has 3-storied towers. Mahattar Mahal, it is also a 3-storied palace and Ibrahim Adil Shah II built it. It is famous for its fine and delicate decorations and is in Asar Mahal rooms have different paintings painted on them. Next one is mosques. Jama Masjid, Ali Adil Shahs built it. It is famous for its very wide prayer hall. Its prayer hall is very wide and so it is famous and it is common building without any decorations. It has different new style among other art monuments. Next one is Ibrahim Rosa. Ibrahim Adil Shah II built it in the memory of his wife Taj Begum in Bijapur. Ibrahim Adil Shah only constructed Ibrahim Rosa for the memory of his wife. It has the tomb of Ibrahim and his relatives, and his Ibrahim also and his relatives' tombs also is there only. It is the only Rosa in India. It is called as Taj Mahal of South India. And now let us see what is Rosa. The mosque and the tomb are built on an elevated platform with a garden around them and compound wall around it. This is called a Rosa. Next one is Gol Gumbaz. Muhammad decided to build something that is even bigger and greater than Rosa. And Ibrahim Adil Shah constructed Rosa. It is known as the Taj Mahal of South India. So Muhammad decided to build something greater than the Rosa. And he built Gol Gumbaz, a dome shape, in 1656 at Bijapur. It has a big dome with a whispering chamber inside. It is a fine example for technology of that time. From this we can understand how much technology they used in that time. There is no machines, nothing is there. How they constructed that one and with which technology they used this, and we can understand these monuments. It is the second largest dome in the world and the first largest dome in India. Other monuments are Bara Kaman, Bade Kaman, Ananda Mahal, Upli Buruji, Taj Bawadi, Chand Bawadi, and other monuments are important ones in this. With this, we should conclude the lesson. I hope you all are understood this lesson. Next class, I'll send you notes. Thank you, students.